Cheers, I do, buckaroos. How the heck are you? I'm going to be Tom, the Whiskey Whisperer and the Beer Whisperer. I'm going to throw a couple personalities at you. For the purposes of this video, how are you? Happy Saturday. So I just picked this one up, yesterday after work. It was on sale. Yeah, that's how I like to buy stuff. It was on sale. It's typically 64, I believe, and it was on sale for 51. 57.6%, or 115.2 proof. Puncher's Chance Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Let me show you that bottle. This stuff is absolutely gorgeous. I did drink a little bit of it to do a video that I'll upload to YouTube later, but I saved some to finish off with y'all while I pair it with a beer, a big beer though. I'll set that down. Man, that noise is insane. It was one sent to me by a friend last year, actually. Mr. David Gaylor sent this to me. It's Kentucky Christmas morning. 11.6%, I believe it says. 55 IBUs. It's a 2021. Let me show you that there. I'm going to pour it for you here using my snifter. Pour about half there. Put something in my way there. Didn't mean to lay that there. Look how beautiful that pours, though. Oh my gosh, tell me that's not gorgeous. Oh man, that's insane. I'm gonna set that down though and let that warm and breathe a minute. Kentucky Christmas morning. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to read this. I don't have great lighting in here at the moment. No, I'm not even gonna attempt it. Let me set that down. I'm gonna pick up this whiskey for you. I'll tell you what I noticed when I drank some a little bit earlier is that it was very sweet up front, very spicy in the finish, dark fruit in the middle. I was picking up a lot of plum. You might find some date and or fig. That's really up to you, some raisin. But at a very, very spicy finish. Some cinnamon, some allspice. You might feel just a hint of cayenne, a little bit of ginger as well. But what was interesting for me is that you do get the usual suspects, right? You're going to find a lot of vanilla. You're going to find toffee and or caramel, depending on how you feel it. I was feeling more toffee personally. Some brown sugar, because I was certainly picking up some molasses. But the sweetness that I noticed right away, really, in all honesty, and it was odd because it may just be my beer palate, the way I was tasting, is it felt like Belgian candy sugar. Oh man, her stuff is gorgeous. Very approachable at this proof. As you can see, I made no face there. It is just, man, it's just absolutely delicious, man. Like I said, it is incredibly sweet initially, though. You get a lot of sugars up front, man. Feel free to comment if you like. I'm going to start my official series at the pub next Thursday from 6 to 7. These are kind of warm-up shows I'm doing as I'm still trying to figure out StreamYard. I'm a bit technologically challenged, so I'm still struggling with a few things. Might have to get with a couple friends to kind of help me out. But anyway, I'm looking forward to doing that actual 1 hour, more of a podcast-like feel, more of an at-the-pub conversation. That's how I always envisioned it going. Trying to line up a few guests and some surprises. I do want to make it clear, though, that although it is at the pub and I will be having whiskey and or beer, or sometimes even wine, it's intended to be kind of a conversation. The guests I'll have some of it will be organic. Sometimes it will have it will be unscripted, but we may have worked out some of the topics beforehand, have an idea what we might want to get into. And that's going to just kind of depend on who the guest is, right? So for the first show will be the one, the only Beer Samurai. So we will be talking a lot about beer, but he drinks some whiskey too, so we may get into that. However, both of us have this kind of curmudgeon Oh, this curmudgeon personality. So we may kind of explore that a little bit. So you might see two old guys go full tilt Andy Rooney. And like many pub conversations, there may be a serious turn in there. So and I don't want to give too much away. Like I said, we're not rehearsing the conversation, but we kind of have an idea what we might want to get into. But some of it is going to happen organically as things pop up, which again, as a pub conversation might. For instance, you might be meeting a friend at the bar, and you have an idea what you're coming to discuss something particular, but you haven't, yeah, the conversation itself is unscripted, but you know what the friend's meeting to talk about. And then you talk about other things. These shows, again, depending on who I have on there, I'm hoping to get a few musician friends on here to talk a lot about music. And again, the range of that conversation is going to depend on the particular guest. If they want to talk about the music industry, want to talk about a certain genre, that kind of thing. So I'm looking forward to that too, because I'm every bit as much of a music guy as I am a beer and whiskey guy. I was a bit of a junkie, no, not real junkie, music junkie back in the day. Better clarify that. Overnight, it seemed like when I turned 13, I went from sports, went from sports to music just like that, much to my dad's chagrin. I went from buying baseball cards to to buying albums. But I watched a show the other day, and the line was, the answer is always no until you ask. I thought about that, so he's right. So I'm kind of trying to get out of my league a little bit. And there's a few folks that have asked if they want to be part of the show. That I know, in all honesty, since it is just a show just starting, I've got no, there's doing my show isn't going to help them much. So I'm kind of shooting for the moon with a couple guests. So I'm hoping I can pull off a couple things. Then again, it doesn't hurt to ask, right? There's some folks aren't necessarily my friends personally, but I mean, we've been friends various social media for a lot of years, and we even had some conversations. But I'm not going to be presumptuous and assume they're my friends, or even consider them my friends, because we haven't. It's not like we've hung out, but we've had some conversations. Oh my gosh, that is absolutely gorgeous. That's incredible, man. A lot of dark chocolate. I feel like I'm picking up some maple in there. Oh Lord. I did not have that in the fridge, but I did have it out in the garage, and the garage is very cold. So I didn't want it to warm up a little bit. I actually let it sit out for about 15 minutes before I popped it. And then you guys watched me pour it, kind of let it sit there for a little bit. Again, if you have any comments, please put it up on the screen. I will answer anything within reason. Within reason, man. It's kind of why I'm doing these shorter videos with StreamYard to try to try to figure things out before I get to next Thursday, because I know there's going to be a lot of bugs that first show, having not done one like that before. So we're going to kind of work on figuring it out along the way, which is one reason I wanted to have a guest, that I'm familiar with. I've been on the Lager Room Guy show with Jersey Johnny and the Beer Samurai several times, so we kind of know each other fairly well at this point. So I'm looking forward to having the Samurai on there. I'm hoping to get Jersey Johnny. I haven't heard back from him. I did send an ask, but I haven't heard back from Mr. Jersey Johnny yet. So I'm hoping to get him on at some point. But the truth is, I want to kind of have him on separate, because I want the conversations to be a little bit different with Samurai. Again, we both kind of have this curmudgeon thing, so I kind of want to delve into that a little bit. But with Jersey Johnny, he's launched a craft brewery, Coastal Beer Works. So I really want to delve into that quite a bit. And then I'm hoping to get the one, the only brew guru on as well, to really talk about kind of the state of craft beer. Again, talk about its origins, how it's developed and changed over the years, and our thoughts on the current state of craft beer and craft breweries in general. Oh man, that stuff is beautiful. I love it. So it does get very sweet initially, and then again, like I said, as it rounds the middle is where you feel those dark fruit notes, and at the end you've got this beautiful spicy oaky finish that's absolutely gorgeous. It really cleans up all that sweetness on you. It's just, oh my goodness, good. Yeah, I'm typically off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but because I was off Monday, I worked Tuesday through Friday, so I only had Saturday and Sunday off this week. Just the way it worked out. I had what 13 days off, 13 days off. They were a wonderful 13 days, though. No, I tell you, I mean, I love my job. There are certain days I get very frustrated with certain aspects, but the job in particular, I love. I love the schedule. Again, like any position, I guess there are things that bother you. There's just a lot of things that are out of my control that frustrate me. But the job itself, I do enjoy and hope to keep doing. I've been doing it for 4 years now, and if as long as my body lets me, because my left knee, I don't know how much she's got left in her. That left knee's about done, man. So I keep trying to hang in there because I do enjoy the job. And the people that I work with do amazing work. It really is I do enjoy working with a nonprofit because the work they do is rather amazing. Oh, so yeah, maple. I've been picking up some maple. Also, feel like I'm picking up some molasses as well in there. You do feel those bourbon barrel notes in there. Again, that nice oak in the finish helps dry up all that big sweetness. You set that down. I'm going to finish this whiskey off. I've been talking a little bit longer than I planned. Sometimes I don't realize how long I talk. I look at the screen. Holy crap! It's 13 minutes in. I didn't realize I've been going for that long. Anyway, let me show you this bottle one last time. Puncher's Chance Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. This is Cask at 57.6 or 115.2 proof. Sláinte. Cheers. Pros. Go through them all. I'm Tom the Whiskey Whisperer, Whiskey Evangelist, prolific whiskey drinker, pervert wisdom man. I'm also Tom the Beer Whisperer, prolific beer drinker, pervert wisdom, prolific. I forgot prolific beer drinker. Let me start over. I got it. Take two. I'm Tom the Beer Whisperer, beer evangelist, prolific beer drinker, pervert wisdom. There we go. I got to tell you, this thing is just beyond gorgeous. It really is. Oh, it's just spectacular. Sometimes my wife and I kind of eat a little irregular on the weekends, right? Sometimes we just have two meals because we'll have a late breakfast and then you know, it's kind of skip lunch and have a slightly early dinner. Today we kind of did it a little weird. We did kind of heavier than usual lunch, and as I was thinking about making dinner, we both decided we weren't all that hungry at that moment, so we're gonna have a very late dinner. Making BLT. Want to do something a little, a little light. We picked up some great bacon, and I had some for breakfast. We've both been talking about this bacon all day. It's so good. So yeah, we're thinking BLT for dinner. Anyway, yeah, just the wife and I. So we don't really have set times for anything anymore. It's taken us a while to get to this point. I said I was going to quit talking, then I kept talking. See what I did there? It just took us a while to get to this point. We were empty nested a lot sooner than we would have liked to have been. You know, losing our son to cancer, and it's just taken a few years for us to find some balance. And then this job has really helped too. In all honesty, over the last 4 years, having weekends off, we can start having a bit of a schedule. And then, you know, since August, I've been working 4-day weeks and having Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off. So that's been nice where we can kind of plan long weekends. So we've been trying to do little things. We don't do any long trips, but we're doing some short jaunts that have been a lot of fun. So anyway, I better wrap this up. I was talking a lot longer than I intended on. One more time with feeling Tom the Beer Whisperer, Beer Evangelist, Prolific Beer Drinker, Per Bear Wisdom, and oh, mercy, Percy, that is good. All around good guy. Cheers, guys. Thanks for tuning in.